Hello, welcome back to Bugle Reps. I'm Martin.
I'm Paddy.
I'm John.
And welcome to our first game of Battle Bugle Season 1. So this is going to be an 8-man tournament on the channel in a knockout format. And they're all going to be battling for the Season 1 trophy.
Ooh.
So pressure's on. So in this tournament, we have 8 people taking part. So first round today, we have Paddy with his White Scars, taking on John with his Salamanders. So what we'll do now, we'll just jump into looking at both the guys' list. So we'll start with Paddy.
So this is my White Scars list. It's the same list as what I took to the LGT. So I'm going to run through it now. So it's an Outrider detachment. So to start things off, I have the Khan, because he has to be in every single White Scars list. Then we have my Warlord, which is a Khan on bike that has the Relic bike. He's also a Chapter Master. So the Relic bike essentially allows me to move over models and terrain as if they weren't there, kind of like if I had the fly keyword. Then we move into my troops. So I've got a 5-man squad of intercessors. So the sergeant has a chainsword, and I've got a grenade launcher in there as well. And all the guys, they will have the auto bolt rifles. Moving into my elites, we have a squad of 5 blade guard. Then we have a squad of 3 company vets that don't count towards the 4-sword because I have a captain in the list. So the sergeant has twin lightning cores, and the 2 other dudes have got chainswords and storm shields. Then also not counting, because I have the company vets, is the chapter champion. I take him in every list because he's a badass. So he has the relic blade for the chapter master, the chapter champion. Blade of Triumph, I think it's called. So it's +3, -3, and 3 damage. Then we go into the fast attacks. So we've got 2 squads of bikes, squads of 9. Sergeants have thunderhammers. We've got 2 melters, an attack bike with a multi-melter, and then 5 dudes with chainswords. Then we've got a squad of 3 outriders, a squad of 3 attack bikes with multi-melters. The other elite that I've got is the Relic Contemptor with twin las, cyclone missile launcher, and chain fist. Then we have a dedicated transport, which is the Impulsor, with the storm bolters and the Sky Talon array, the Uber Stubbers. So yeah, that's my list. I'm starting on 6 CP. Yeah, I just want to get as much practice as I can with my White Scars, because I do intend on taking White Scars to the next big tournament, which I think is going to be Beachhead. So yeah.
So that was Paddy's list. Now we'll take a look at John's list.
Hi, I'm John. I'm here with Bugle Bat Reps and Martin hosting. So today I've brought my Salamanders along and had some success with these recently, which has been quite nice. And actually went to Curtain event recently and have made a few changes since. So mainly I brought in some mobility just to get me some points. But I'll start with the list as it is. Give you a quick run through. So we've got a chapter master on a bike with a thunderhammer, with his Salamanders shenanigans, or his jank. So he's tough as old boots, and he's -1 to wound as well. So he's annoying for people. This is great for me. Then I've got a Primaris librarian here, or Morpheus as we call him.
Fuck Morpheus.
And he's got a relic which gives him an extra spell, so he's he knows 3 or 4 actually if you count smite as well. So he's got his 5-up invuln bubble, psychic fortress, might of heroes, and I've given him the Primaris spell, Promethean spell, sorry, which is Drakeskin. So he can put some toughness on things, give my warlord some extra attacks, etc., and give a nice bubble to protect my Redemptors or whatever I choose at the time. And then I've got a captain over here. So he's just got he's actually not kitted out as he should be. He's actually got a melter gun and a pretty fancy sword. So he's doing all right. But I decided to drop the standard outfit with him because actually he's got a 4-up invuln anyway. So the shield, and I ignore -1 AP. So I've traded off the shield for a melter gun, so we'll see how that works. But with my doctrines, that I like a bit of melter, as you can probably tell. Into my troops, I've got 2 squads of intercessors with auto bolt rifles, and I've got assault intercessor squads. Just for points, but actually I like assault intercessors. I think they're really nice. I love the models, but they're fight twice strats and things like that. I think they catch people out of guard. And actually, I did play a guy at Curtin, and I got into them, and then I hit him again, and I went all the way through quite a lot of models with those, and he was not happy, but lovely bloke. Going into elites, I've got 5 Blade Guard. Absolutely bloody love these. If I could just have a whole army of Blade Guard, I probably would. Synergize amazingly well with Salamanders. And there's several strats as well that I can play on them to just make them hit really hard. So I can play Strength of the Primarch, give them extra strength, double their damage on 6s to wound, give them +1 to hit, +1 to wound. You know, there's lots and lots of utility and stuff I can do. So if I get into a real tight situation, they can get me through pretty much everything. They did all right against George Ukari, didn't they, Martin? I got 4 Flamestorm aggressors. Really want 5, but I can't think what to lose in the list to get me a 5th one. Again, super good, super deadly, even on their own, really. And you're really good from turn 2. To be fair, you need that AP and you need that +1 to wound to really kick off, which is obviously what the Salamanders get. But yeah, I love the Flame Edition. Just the 12 inches on Flamers now, I think is super good. And obviously you just advance them and move them up the board. They are a threat and people see them as that, so that's why they're there. Plus they're really good for me in defense because again, I can play some strats, so I can get some overwatch even if you don't charge them, as long as they're nearby, because anything charging into Flamestorm aggressors in 9th edition is toast. Yeah, pretty much. They love orcs, absolutely love orcs. Then I've got so new addition, new into this list. I went on a little splurge and bought these 3 ATVs and kitted them all out with melters again, so I can get the benefit of the Salamander traits on them. Done 2 games with these in the list now and come out well in both games. And the extra mobility they give is just amazing for me, and they give a real quick, immediate threat up the board, so that's lovely.
Unit 1 or Unit 3?
3 units of 1, to be exact. I don't want to group them together because I like the idea that I've just got so much diversity. I was thinking about a 2 and a 1, but to be totally honest with everybody, when I bought these, they still synergize with an apothecary, which obviously they don't know. So, yeah, so that's really something else as well. So I actually took the apothecary out of this list because the 2 games I've won, I've actually not really needed him to, and the upgrade points as well, to get him to automatically resurrect a player, basically, or an infantry unit, and give 3 wounds to everyone else. I've not really needed that, so I decided to drop him completely from the list, which gave me actually an extra ATV and part of an aggressor. So I've gone for a bit more of offensive kick rather than a defensive buff. And then I've got my 3 little trip redemptors here, all looking pretty. We've all got the macroplasma incinerators, which are just overcharged all the time. There's a little switch on the back of each one, it's just on. So they're supercharged all the time. They've all got heavy flamers and they've all got Fragstorm grenade launchers. So I've got lots of blast. I've got good AP, lots of shots if I want it. I've got strats with my blade guard, I can beef them right up. I've got my mobility and melter. I've got my center flame ability. And then I top the list off with 5 eradicators. I've tried 3 squads of 3, 2 squads of 3, 2 squads of 4, but the squad of 5 is just such a big threat. So actually, while people are sweating looking at these, my redemptors get completely left alone, and they actually do quite a lot of damage. Although, if I remember rightly, my last game here, I actually rolled I was trying to shoot a Disco Lord off the table, overcharged with everything, and I actually lost about 7 wounds across all of them and did 0 damage. So I hurt myself quite a lot in that round. But thankfully, the Eradicators actually, I think, did the job for me. Yeah, so I've got good mobility. I've got good centre board presence. I've got utility. I am quite happy with it. I think if I could to be a bit more salamandery, if that's a word, I would love to get more Flamestorm aggressors in. But to be honest with you, I don't really want to lose a Redemptor just yet. Because of what they give me, so I don't actually think I've lost one in a game yet. There's a gauntlet thrown. Because everybody goes after.
I don't know if Jukai killed one. Might have. I'm not sure.
No, you went through quite a lot. You definitely got through what you pointed at. Jukari are nasty. Oh, it's filthy. But yeah, I mean, there's a really, really good strat that a lot of people don't know, actually. It's very similar to the Alpha Legion one of Conceal. So I can actually hide infantry units behind players. So if I wanted to, I could park every single infantry unit up behind my Blade Guard, put all my spells on my Blade Guard, just make them tough. I could give them -1 to hit as well, which would be quite good. But basically, you'd have to go through all of my Blade Guard before you could target anything else and you shoot in the face, which is... 2 up, 4 up. I can put transhuman on them, take a whole... I have seen them weather a whole army's worth of firing, which is disgusting. It was really good for me, but typically that's pretty painful. So I can just hide the Eradicators behind them. I did, when I started this list, I had them running up with the Flamestorm Aggressors and the Apothecary behind, so they were just invisible. He was just healing whatever was in front and just marching up the centre of the board. But I really don't like just marching everything into the centre of the board. If you get a game where there's no centre objective, you get a bit stuck and it's just a bit one-dimensional. And I like not researching who I'm playing, not looking at the army list. I like just taking my list, myself, my imagination into a game and just going for it and seeing what comes out. It doesn't always work, but largely, I think we have some fun, and that's it really. That's the list. 2,000 points on the nose, lots of melter, loads of melter, bit of flame, which is always nice. I think the flamers from these guys and the Fragstorm actually is really clears a lot of chaff out of the way, which is good. The Intercessors pretty much just sit back, or the Redemptors will sit back, depending. I'll just push forward. So it all depends on what I'm facing really. When I fought Harlequins recently at Curtain game, I just hid my Redemptors. They just fled for their life pretty much because I was trying to get away from Haywire. But actually, they didn't do an awful lot. That Duty Eternal, where you're just negating a bit of damage, and the Obsidian Aquila, which I forgot to mention that this guy's packing, I just managed to bypass a lot of wounds through Haywire, and these guys still pack a punch with 13 wounds. They're tanky. So and in Salamanders as well, they ignore AP1, get to reroll the wound. So we'll see what happens tonight in this game. But I've been thinking a lot recently, because I get that reroll of a wound per unit. I am thinking about a drop pod with some melter guys coming out of it and just wreaking havoc. But until I buy the models, I guess we'll have to see. And then it's a question of what to lose to put a drop pod in, and what will that actually gain me. But yeah, I love this list. I am not a big fan of the Salamanders green, as you can probably tell. Alright, so please don't hate me too much.
Crimson Fist.
It's not Crimson Fist. It used to be, because I used to have red paladins on them all, but I actually changed them up for black, and I loved it, absolutely loved it. So despite what anybody thinks, I love this colour scheme. it's my army, and it's been really, really good to use them, to get to know them. And yeah, love every game, every challenge. It's a bit of fun. It's always nice seeing some models that come out of nowhere. I've had one a Flamestorm Aggressor kill Calgar in Overwatch in a game. That was really good fun. Morpheus here, this guy, he turns up sometimes. When he's on, he's brilliant. He's probably been the MVP for me a few times. This guy here, we need to name him, really, Martin. We should name him.
I would name him, but you won't like it.
He's a real threat. He can do some stuff. He can hurt people. He likes hurting people. But he can score some really good points as well. And I think he's a big threat. And because he's so tough, he can soak a lot of fire up as well. So I'm quite happy with my threat saturation in the list, because people are like, well, should I take out the Eradicators or the ATVs or the Redemptors? But, there's a lot of protection that I can do on these things. The most vulnerable of the 3 units I've identified there is probably almost certainly the ATVs, because they're just T5. But I can always position them around the Librarian and get that 5-up invuln off to give everything an extra layer. So yeah, there's loads you can do. And this is the most recent iteration of this list, and I look forward to smashing up some White Scars in a minute when they arrive.
On that note, how are you feeling going in against White Scars and Paddy?
So I've never played White Scars. I've never played Paddy. And White Scars, I think I love that advance and charge. Being typically having a Chaos list and playing Alpha Legion and having Disco Lords kicking around, advance and charge is not something I can do, but something I would love. So I think that's really, really good. That said, Paddy's or the White Scars strength will come from being close to me, and I like things quite close to me, because my Flamers and my Melters like everything coming close to me. So Paddy with his bikes, I think he's running big squads. They're all on 3 wounds, are they?
Yep.
Yeah, so these Incinerators here are all very lethal.
Yep.
Those Eradicators are very lethal. That Thunderhammer is very lethal. These guys here can do 4 wounds. If I get some 6s in onto wounds, I've got Melters here. And those Flamers as well, I'll just max shot them, and it'll probably hurt a lot of a squad. Yep. If he comes straight at me too quick. So deployment, I think, in this game will be absolutely key.
I can't call it who's going to come on top.
You can.
I think it's very much 50-50.
He told me it was me when I walked in all day. Paddy, don't believe a word when you get here. But we'll see. I mean, Paddy's been playing a lot longer than I have. I played 2nd and 3rd edition, showing my age now. And then I had about 25 years out. And then I joined back right at the end of 8th. And I've been enjoying 9th, really, where I've started to play and started to go to a few events. So met some lovely people. There's just not enough of us down here, really, in Cornwall, is there, to sort of play. But we've got a lovely little group going, and we have fun ribbing each other weekly, pretty much. Don't we, Martin?
Yep.
So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I like I say, apart from, I'm one of these guys. I don't like to read the rule books too much. I don't like to know what I'm facing and know what they can do and worry about the opponent. I like to just have my list, have a loose plan. I haven't got a game plan against Paddy when he comes. I'm literally just going to go with the flow and see what happens. At the end of the day, it's a dice game, so you can only control so much unless you're a Jukari or an Avmec player. I think it'll be good fun. And I love throwing different armies, different pilots at this list and checking it for weaknesses, so that when I go to a tournament when it matters, as it were, then you know you're confident in your delivery, and you've thought about, you know, what your weaknesses are on your list, and that's how I like to play. Really, I like to be a bit loose with it, a bit easy with it. And if somebody beats me, they beat me. But I'm gonna have a smile on my face either way. And they're gonna be losing a lot of models.
You want the trophy, really?
That's it. Oh, the trophy's mine. Yeah, it's as good as mine. I love it. How big is it?
I'll show you, mate.
Well, if it's big, I want it. If it's a little thing, I'm not bothered.
It's a nice trophy.
Is it a fridge magnet?
No.
Yeah, so lovely. So, you know, when Paddy gets here, we'll have some fun and see how we go.
Yep. That was John's list. So, John and Paddy's never faced each other.
Never. Not that I know of. I can't
No.
remember if I have.
So thoughts on each other's armies and list here?
I am a little bit scared of Salamanders because they gave me a bit of an ass whooping in the previous game that I played. So I know what to expect, but at the same time, I'm kind of scared about it.
I've never faced White Scars. I am loving this. So let's see. I'm hoping we have some twists, turns, the usual Warhammer shenanigans, and we'll just have some fun.
Yep. So mission for this first round, it's going to be all the same. It's priority target, which got voted through by our fans on Instagram. All the guys in the first round will be playing the same mission and same terrain layout, which will follow in the LGT for this mission. So with that, we'll come back after the guys have deployed, talk through their secondaries, and roll for first turn. Okay, so both the guys have deployed. So we'll start with White Scars as soon as we're here.
So, White Scars, I have deployed my Outriders over here. I'm deploying out of line of sight as much as I can, so there's only limited space for you to be able to get line of sight, mainly like being over that sort of area. Then we have my company vets inside the building. They're not touching the wall. Both my two characters here are within 3 inches of them. I've got my normal intercessors sat on the objective. Attack bikes just next to them and within 6 inches of the chapter master. We then got my squad of 9 bikes. I'm not too sure on what I'm going to do with them on my first turn. I might just jump them onto an objective and hope he comes to me. We have my Dreadnought and my Impulsor sat behind the ruins here, not touching. And I've paid point to put my other squad of bikes in reserve, and the Blade Guard and Khan are in the Repulsor. My secondaries I've gone for engaging all fronts because I'm White Scars super fast. Priority targets because, well, I decided a challenge on the mission because I've heard the mission secondaries pretty rubbish. So I've also gone for Assassinate. I was originally thinking Oaths, but Salamanders don't die. It's annoying. So most Spaceman players go for Oaths. So I decided that I'll go for a typical White Scar and go for Assassinate. Take those hits.
And which objective is your priority?
So this one is my priority.
Okay, so now on to Salamanders. To talk through how you deployed.
Yeah, so I've clumped everything up over here. I'm not, as I've said, I'm not too sure on the White Scars and how actual quick they are, so I want to get some dice rolls going and see what I'm dealing with here. So I've just tried to pull things around my auras to start with.
Yeah.
Don't really want to go first. Alright.
What have you got in reserve?
2 Redemptors.
Interesting.
A bit interesting, yeah, a bit nifty. And yeah, we'll see how the first dice roll goes, but I've got, this is my priority objective over here, and my secondaries. Priority target is that one.
Yep.
I've gone for Oaths because I thought Paddy might go for it, but I'll go there first. And I just think, like, actually, I'm probably a bit more tanky, so I think in this game that makes it's more logical for me to go for that. I've got a little bit more staying power, and then Paddy's a bit more chop.
Yep.
And I've got Engage as well, so I've got some mobility in my list now, so I want to see if I can use it. I'm now thinking it's probably a mistake.
So looking at the table, it's the same setup as LGT. I'll put the print up as well. So you've got the 2 L shapes, obscuring ruins here and here, and here and here, and then the 2 barriers here and here are dense with light cover. So with that, roll off for first turn, and I don't think either wants first turn on it, do you?
No, I don't want first
There's a 2 Salamanders. He jumped.
You can beat that,
He
Paddy.
jumped the gun there.
Don't want to go first.
4.
I go first.
Says White Scars turn 1. So we'll come back in a minute.
Get on it, shall we?
Okay, White Scars turn 1.
Okay, so White Scars turn 1. I spent a lot of CP, hoping it works. So, command phase, Chapter Master. I've put his rerolls on himself. Spent a point for Wisdom of the Ancients to reroll hits on the Dreadnought. Movement phase, Chapter Master's jumped over because of the Relic Bike. Advancing them as well, obviously. I end up charge on his Chapter Master. My bikes have come round. I spent a point on Born in the Saddle, so I can still shoot even though they advance and all the rest of the shenanigans. I've double moved my Dreadnought just so he gets auras, and there wasn't really anything for him to shoot anyway. My champions just jumped down. I've spread these guys out a little bit. My impulsors come round. I've kept my Outriders over there for the time being, mainly for engage, hopefully for 2 turns, because he should realistically he shouldn't be able to kill them. So
And company vets are still
company vets have stayed where they are.
in there.
Yeah. So just keeping that aura or bodyguard rule. So my plan is charge here and kill him. Bikes to kill the ATV, and then hopefully get my 9-inch charge off on his Assault Assessors, which is his priority target, which then means that I would get the double whammy, yes?
5. Yeah.
Yeah. And deny him his. He'd have to dedicate something to go down and get priority. So, yeah, hopefully my plan. Oh, my attack bikes as well have moved up just so they're touching that objective. So they're not touching the wall, but they are just touching that objective. So yeah, that's the end of my movement phase. So shooting phase. No. Right. So.
Okay, what are we starting with?
So the only unit that can shoot is going to be my bikes. So one melter gun is within half range, but the other one isn't. So we'll do the one that isn't first.
And this is going
into the ATV, and I'll put all of the shots into the ATV. So the melter gun first. So it hits and fail to wound. And then the melter gun and the might melters that are within half. So 1 miss. And ooh, do I? Don't I? Because that won't. You only power armor. No, so 1 at -5, if you please. 6 plus 2. Ooh, 7 wounds. So
1 wound back.
and then 1, 2, 3. Bolt shots.
Nil missed.
Yeah. To hit. Right, so reroll on the 1s. Ones, yep. This one miss. Let's get rid of these misses.
VK get dead bike.
Might be I'm hoping it's a dead ATV. Yep. And then 5 wound. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, 8 saves this section.
8 free ups.
8 3
Really? Are you ready, Martin?
All you've got to pass is 8 of them. Nah, he's
No.
not.
Does it explode?
Where's the pipe?
It explodes.
No, it doesn't. Oh, yeah,
They do explode.
ATVs explode.
Yeah.
There's nothing.
They're not vehicles. They're not vehicles. They
There's
don't.
nothing within range.
Right.
Anyway.
They do explode.
I wanted it to explode. Okay.
First victim of the night.
First victim, indeed. Right, so next we go into charges.
So, do I need to inform you of the strat I have?
Oh, you have a strat.
Yeah.
Okay. What's your defensive strat?
So I can, if you're, so any unit you declare a charge on, any unit within 12 of my, outside of 1 within 12, I can overwatch you and heroically intervene.
Cool.
With that unit.
Cool.
For 2 CP.
It's a bit fucking late now, so I've already moved. Already moved that guy up there, so yeah, I'm confident. Right, so first charge though. Where are you? Fierce rivalries for 1 point on my bikes. Onto your
That
soul
one there.
intercessors.
What does that one do?
So I roll 3d6 and pick the 2 highest for their charge move. And I need a 9. That's pretty shit, isn't it?
His face.
Well, fuck. Do I need any more CP? Nah. Let's give it a roll. Reroll it.
Do you not?
Yeah!
Do you not reroll all of them?
It's 1 dice, isn't it?
Reroll felt charge.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Ah, I thought it was just 1
No.
dice. Ooh.
The odds are in your favour.
The odds are in my favour. Yeah, they're
Just-
still not.
That's 8.
I think I'm within 9. Or I needed 9. No, I am within 9. I need 8. I always thought it was just reroll 1 dice.
No. Reroll failed charges.
Having said that though, how many are we going to
Haven't
get?
I learned?
Oh.
Let's do it. Chapter Master. Into Chapter Master. Are you going to spend your CPs?
Well, I feel guilty now because you didn't know about it.
Just do it.
Well, it'll kill him. It's fine.
Oh.
Well, it's called Flame Aggressor. It's just auto getting into it. Sure.
Fuck it, why not?
Or do I want to do my Eradicate? Or do I want to do my Eradicators? Do it.
Yeah, learn it.
Yeah. You see if they all range first. Yeah, they are.
So you're going to be within 1 though, don't you? Okay. You'll be within 1.
Yeah, outside of 1, within 12 of my character, and then able to charge. So obviously when you come in, then I'll basically heroically intervene into you. So I've got 2d6 to go straight at you. But it's the...
Heroic intervene's only 3 inch.
No, it's the strat. So...
Oh, you get to make a charge move instead of heroic.
Yeah, oh yeah, sorry. So units within 12. Overwatch charging units if it was the target of that charge. You selected the unit then of the charge. It instead fires Overwatch as normal. In addition, if that charge is successful, so then if you successfully make the charge, which the selected unit can perform heroic interventions. If it were a character, if it does, it can move up to 2d6, but must then closer. So it moves 2d6 closer.
I'm not close enough. Because you should.
Oh, fight and talk.
Or do I want to do the melters? I only need 1 to go through. What weapons you got?
He's got his lance, so it's times 2 strength, minus 3 p3 damage.
Times 2 strength being 8.
So up to 8.
4s.
4s.
Yeah, because I'm T7 and minus 1 to wound.
Oh, I didn't know you were minus 1 to wound as well.
Yeah.
Learning new things every day.
So-
Salamanders. Yay! I got lots of attacks.
Yeah. You know what, let's fuck it, let's see it. Go for it.
Oh, he's
Oh.
okay. So.
You fucking pussy!
So I'm not really fussed about them striking before the bites. So let's go straight into the Chapter Master on Chapter Master. So 4, 1, 1. Ooh, get 3.
Nice.
So 2's re-rolling because he did the Chapter Master thing on himself. So all hit.
Okay.
4s. Come on, dice, do your thing. Ooh. So 8 saves, sir.
What is it?
Minus 3.
That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. So we're just on 4-ups here.
Yep. How many is that? 5?
No, it's plenty, he's dead.
He's only got 5 wounds, isn't he?
Yeah.
Cool. Chapter Master.
Yay.
Cool.
Is that the end of your go?
And then pile into the ATV. Or do I? I might actually pile into your Eradicators to stop them from shooting at me. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, if you'd be so kind to remove your Chapter Master off.
I'm going to bring him back. Well, I move him off first.
What does the strat say?
This-
End of the fight or?
So
Okay, next up we've got the bikes on the Instas, and John spent one for transhuman.
So we got the 2 melter bikes and the attack bike first. 2-ness, 3-ness. Range my dread. Just the 1 save, please, sir.
no EAP.
No.
So if I, it doesn't make any difference. Can I set the defender? I can, can't I?
Not on that terrain.
No.
It'd need to be a ruin or something like that.
Right.
Beautiful. Then chainsword. Just 1. Then the sergeant.
Thunderhammer,
Hammer. Yeah.
1 head. 4s. Fails. Transhuman saves you.
Transhuman.
Right, so I can take the rank up.
Indeed.
Okay. So, you're 3 wounds each, aren't you?
4 in the attack bike.
So I'm just going to, so it's like a -1, so 7 floors, lots of wounds. So I can put +1 to wound on, or I can do strength of the power, give me strength 5, basically, but 6 is to wound, do double damage, so 2s, or both. So I can work out strength 5, +/- 1 to wound, so I'm winning on 3s there. So let's do, so we'll play 2 CP, so I'll go down to 4. I'll give myself +1 to hit, taking on 2s, and I'll give myself strength of the prime mark. So strength 5 and 6 is to wound are double damage. Only 6s. Cool. So we've got 21 attacks. We're looking for 2s. Lots of 2s. 2s and 3s. Ones can do 1.
3 ones.
Do 1
6 there. Amazing. No rerolls.
Hit on 2s. Oh yeah.
Yeah, +1 to wound. Yeah.
+1 to wound, +1 to hit.
+1 to hit,
Yeah.
so I'm hitting on 2s,
Yeah.
and now I've got on strength 5, so I'm wounding on 4s,
Yeah.
but 6s are
Yes.
doubles. If I get any. So I've got Salamander reroll.
3 damage 2s.
So yeah, so there, I'll just do there -1, and then that's not too bad actually. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 regular.
8 regular. Right. We'll take the 8 regular first. So 1.
-1.
Oh yeah, -1. 2,
Chainsword.
3. So that's 1.
That's a bike, isn't it?
I might be cheeky about it. I'm going to put one on the attack bike. So the attack bike's got 1 wound left.
Yep.
And then
We've got 3.
the attack bike helps. The attack
Right.
bike's dead.
Yep.
And then the 2 damagers. So 1 takes 2 wounds, is on 1 wound. Attack bike dead and 1 bike. Oh yeah. No. Cool. So you attack back with the aggressors.
The
Eradicators.
yeah. Okay, so we've got 3 rolling once. 2, 3, 4 revolts. Rolling that.
And you are strength. I can't remember if they're strength 4 or strength 5. Yeah, strength 5.
Strength 4.
Yeah.
Toughness 5.
Yeah, I knew they're toughness 5.
Yeah, strength 4.
So 5.
Salamander reroll. So you've got 2.
2 to our partners. My buckler.
Nice.
You saved. Okay, so I think that is the end of my turn, unless you're going to.
Right.
If everyone's spend 2 CP and bring him back, how would that count for points on his assassinate?
Uh,
Because you only kill him once, can't you? Or would it count as an extra?
I'm pretty sure that there is a rule for that where I would actually get the points again, but we'd have to double check that.
I know with the Custode one, it says it does not count towards the Warlord being staked. Depends on your wording and your strat, I'd say. Okay, so end of fight phase.
Yes.
Not doing any shenanigans like fighting again or bringing anyone back.
Yep.
Um,
I've blown all my CP. They're all gone.
on the bringing back thing, should you just mention it and see if anyone knows the answer to it?
So, in regards to scoring points on models that die, say with Assassinate, if then he was to bring him back and then I kill him again, would I score 1 for killing him initially and then more for killing him again?
Or will it count as him not
Or
dying
would it
at
count
all?
as him not dying at all and only scoring the once?
Yeah.
So, I'm pretty sure I saw a rule back along where you can score again if models are resurrected, but I can't find the book.
So the Warlord got stayed on 4 points.
Yes.
And then if John resurrected him using, what strat was it? Called?
Rise from the ashes.
Yeah. Same as Woodford Gilliman. If he got back up for the 4 up, would he then be able to stay it again to double Assassin out to 8 points for the Warlord twice? Is the question.
That is the question.
Yeah. But that's the end of that turn. So what are you scoring?
So, I score all 4 corners and engage.
Yep.
3 for that. So I get my 3 for that. I also get 3 for priority targets on my own.
Yep.
4 for assassinate. And 4 for assassinate.
Okay.
So, it was an event for the first turn.
Yep.
And
He's blown
hopefully,
all of his CP there.
hopefully, I've now stopped the aggressors from attacking, even though they're probably going to fall back, and then him having to spend CP to probably shoot me again, or shooting me with something else. It's also directed 2 fronts of his now having to get rid of threats that were in his line.
Good.
So, yeah.
Salamanders. Next. Okay, Salamanders.
So I've just moved my ATB over just to get me an engage point. I've moved up here. I've fallen back with the Eradicators, fallen back with the Intercessors over there, but I'm eyeing up quite a lot of stuff. So I'm hoping to certainly put some wounds onto these guys here, if not lose a few bikes. Kill the Chapter Master here, and I'm just going to soak up the go. I'm not planning to spend or get many points here. I'm just trying to draw Paddy in, and then hopefully I'll just go over the top and
Okay, so Psychic Phase.
yeah, Psychic Phase. So what we're going to do is, do we want to smite? It's cheap, isn't it? Smite is cheap. I hate smiting characters. No, so I'm going to do my Psychic Fortress first. Give me a 5 up in bun and everything there. Yeah, 6. That goes up to 10. And then we'll do. I want to do Dracing or anything. No, not really. But you know what? Just in case he's going to come this way, we're going to put Drake's Skin onto the Dread. Alright, that needs a 5 because I'm +1. That goes off.
+1 to your
Cast. So
no, sorry, +1 to your toughness.
yeah, so he's TA now.
To get your trade.
TA Dread.
So on to
Basically, he's a knight.
Yeah.
on to shooting.
Alright, so shooting. So what we're going to do here is they advance, so they can't do anything. Eradicators fell back. The Blade Guard are going to put their 5 heavy pistols into the Chapter Master. 3s, reroll them 1s.
You rolled a 1.
Oh yeah, sorry, just say. Yeah. Your 5s though here. And I'll do a Sally reroll on 1, so you've got 2 at -1.
2 at -1. Whoosh. Save that.
Lovely. The captain, he's got a note.
Yep.
Twos.
So Malgun into Captain.
Yeah. And 2, Salamander reroll, which is lucky. Get some wounds.
Involve. Save it.
Nice, very good. Heavy bolter, has he got a heavy bolter? No, I think he's got a bolt pistol, so I'm bothered with that. The aggressors are going to flame him. Yes.
Well, they don't double shoot anymore. Because that would suck.
Any stratagems for aggressors?
Any point. I can do max shots. That's 12, 20 plus 48 shots, so it's like 18. Plus 1 to wounds. To wound you on to fours. Let's do max shots because you rolled a lot of dice with me in bolters, so I feel like I owe you one sir. So we'll do max. Oh, hang on a minute. Max shots is 2 CP. BS. So I'll do +1 to reach or wound off fours.
That's 2 CP.
Yeah, that's Crucible battle.
Done.
+1 to wound. Thank you very much. Okay, so this is D6 each, so that was not very good. 2, 4, 10, 21, 26. Okay, so 5. 4. And I get cock dice that. And the salamander reroll. Go on, no! Alright, so. Well, actually, just take out the nons. That's a good roll, I like that. Okay, so you've got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Minus anything?
No, not on this go. Lucky sausage.
Someone.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We bite it. Does he?
He's not got 2 up safe?
And in combat.
Oh.
So that's 5 wounds. I'm pretty sure we've only got 5.
By cap.
He's dead. See, you should have done that on Overwatch.
No!
And you were saved yourself some trouble.
Because I've done it fair and square, okay? Conscious.
No, gotcha it is.
Yeah, that's it. Okay, so over here.
I so will die, especially against you.
Especially against me.
Okay, so multi-melter into the repulsor. So 3. There's a 1. There's always a 1 with a melter. Wound. Minus.
Yep.
Straight
Minus
through.
4, straight through.
D6. Mixed 4.
4.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we'll put all of his auto bolters in. Get out of the way now. Get out of the way now. Bolter 5's fine. 5s.
Ooh, 2.
2 up.
There's another one. There's 96.
That's not quite bracketed, is it?
No.
Okay. Alright, then over here what we're going to do is we're going to put the... I'm going to overcharge here, everything to them.
Yes.
So we'll do the macroplasma master first, and D6 shots.
Minimum 3. So yeah.
It is 3.
3 shots.
So we're hitting on 3s, we're on 1s. And
3s.
so on the reroll. Yep, so it's minus 4.
-4.
3 damage each.
3 damage each. So 1.
2.
Fight storm. 2d6.
Minimum 3. 9 shots.
Would you say 9?
9.
Yep.
3s you rolling once. Fives. 2. Yep.
2 wounds.
Do that first. Kill that with one shot.
Heavy
And
flamer?
then the heavy flamer. D6 shots. 2. 1. It's T5. Yeah.
Yep.
-1.
Takes wound.
Okay. And then we've got the multi-melter from the ATV. 3s, 3 1s, 2 hits.
2.
2.
Straight through.
So
Fast 1.
That's 1.
Kills one.
1.
Kills. 3 mice left.
6. Autobots. Yeah, Salamander reroll. You need it. One, so it's just one.
One damage each.
They can't charge, but they've got their objective. That's fine. Okay, I think that's the end of my go. There's no charges to declare. No movement really of any sort. That's it.
Morale for you?
Wow.
Row indeed. 8 lost. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5, 6, 7 lost.
I lost him during my turn. Off your attacks.
Oh yes, no, sorry.
Oh, I don't know, I can't work. So, 1 dies.
So 1 runs,
Wound.
and then 1 and 2s. Or no, just 1s because
Just
Marines.
ones. They're fine.
Okay. Points for you. What are you scoring?
I'm scoring my priority objective,
Yeah, for 3.
and I've got 3 for engage. Or 2 for
Two
engage,
for
sorry.
2 points to engage. And
That's it.
Oaths, nothing?
Oaths, no, because they're a bite, don't count. Took some wounds off over there. That's it.
And stayed away from the centre.
Yeah.
So move to turn 2. You score,
I score the 2 objectives.
yeah, for 10 points. And you're both going into tactical doctrine.
Indeed.
Oh yeah. Oh
You have
yes.
no choice.
Oh yes.
White Scars next.
Whites.
Okay, Salamanders, turn 2.
Salamanders. White scars.
White Scars.
Edit that one out.
Right, so, Outriders stayed where they are. My intercessors have had a little shuffle around ready for his turn 3, just mainly so he can't come in my backfield. My dreaders sneakily poked his last cannons around to get line of sight of shit down there. 2 attack bikes to poke their noses out to be able to shoot the ATV. My champion is touching just the objective, and the vets are within 3. Khan got out to provide rerolls. Then over here, my 2 bikes have managed to get round the dread and is now able to shoot the captain. Captain needs to die. Essentially, if it dies, I get myself 4 points. If it doesn't, those bikes die and I lose out on a point this turn. So yeah, let's get that hefty one out the way first, shall we?
Okay.
Because it's scary. Right, let's do 2 bolters first, because they didn't advance, they just moved normally.
Where we showing?
Over there. Yeah, straight into the captain, get that one done and out of the way. So, no rerolls. T4?
Yeah.
So, 1.
AP?
-1, but you're in right. So, save. Melter. Spend my CP. Come on. Oh, fuck that dice.
So command points again.
Out CP again. Come on.
Hits.
2s.
Wounds.
Okay. 4 up.
Fails.
CP it, yes. Try.
Saves it.
No, I feel no pain as well.
Those bikes are dead. Right, so shooting. We'll do the 2 attack bikes into the ATV first. So 2 melters. We run the 1s for Khan. So 4 hit.
They caught, are they?
Yep, attack bike's cool. And then that would be 4 wounds at -4. Doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 wounds.
In just. Dies. There's that too. Oh, does it blow up?
Oh yeah.
No.
Okay, so Dread shooting at the Blade Guard. So we'll do the blast cannons first. So 2 hit. And 2s, 2 wounds, -3. So 1
goes straight.
takes 4, so 1 dead.
Feel the thing?
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
fucking loves it. What, 2 wounds? Yeah.
Yep.
Great.
Here we go again.
Then we'll do the Storm Bolter. So reroll the 1. Khan. And 3 saves. 2.
-1 tactical doctrine.
Still
Oh,
Minus nothing.
Yeah.
Salamanders.
Shit, I can do it.
Oh! So that one did die.
Feel no pain?
Oh yeah, yeah. One for the pain.
Come on, give me a 6!
Oh yeah! I love that. Fuck!
And that's why I'm playing the game. Just
Right.
for that 1-6.
Then we're going with missiles. So 2 hit. And then 2 wounds. T4.
AP.
Minus 2.
Shit.
Cool. So that is the end of my shooting. So
Are you going to do it? You're going to say the magic words?
you've got 3 CP left, and it would mean you burn in what, all of them?
2. No, just.
Yeah, let's make you burn CP. They're going to die anyway, so you're going to heroic. So I might as well declare a charge.
Well, you got 1 Thunderhammer in there.
1 front hammer.
And he's on 4 wounds. The attack bike's got what? The metal guy's got nothing. He just hit him with his fist.
Punching him. In fact, no, he's going to run you over with his bike. That's how he's going to do his attacks.
Thunderhammer. How many attacks he got? 4.
Yeah.
Hitting on 4s. Yeah. Yeah, let's go for it. If you
Oh,
don't,
fucking
I'm
hell.
not giving you my CP.
That's what I want.
He's in.
Yeah, you
You're going to charge me anyway.
do. Yeah. I'm not giving him my CP. I'm keeping my CP.
It may cost you a captain though.
Hey?
It might cost you a captain, that's true.
Right, cost me.
So, let's do the metal gun guy first. 1 hit.
Are you doing any
No
strats? Any strats before combat?
No,
No.
I've done it already. It's not worth 2 CP for that.
1 hit. 1 wound.
4 up.
No. 3 damage.
Give him a pence.
62.
Takes 2. He will. It's fine. And then I've got 4, so 4 in there.
Is it like?
So, is that it?
Yes.
Okay. So I'll hit you back with my relic blade.
Yes.
Yeah. So, which is here. Second side.
Great strength 6.
Yeah.
Strength plus 3 actually. Ooh,
Yeah, relic blade.
relic blade plus 3 minus 3, 2 damage. So it's a little worse than yours. Contact base, 1 plus sword, 1 for charging, so 6 attacks. The twos. No rerolls. We don't get that anymore. And 3s. -3. -3.
6s.
6s. 2 damage apiece, yeah?
Yeah.
So, it'll kill the metal dude and put the sergeant on 1 wound. Yeah, I still get my engage point. Woo! Cool. So that's the end of my turn.
Scoring.
So I get another 3 for engage, brings me up to 6.
Yep.
Give me another 3 points for priority targets.
Yep.
So that brings me up to 6.
Okay.
And that is the end of my turn 2.
Yep. I'm getting Salamanders. Scoring 10 on primary.
Yeah,
Turn
that's
primary.
it.
Yep. So Salamanders next. Salamanders, turn 2.
Okay, so I've brought my Redemptors in either side of the field, so the idea is to try and actually push him back for his turn 3 deploy of his bikes that are all lined up over there. I'm going to try and kill these 3 vets which are protecting this guy, flame into him, kill him off. I've started moving in for the centre now, but there's a lot of heat on the other side of this wall, so you know what, it's a dice game, so it goes. Eradicators all got a bead on the tip of the last cannon from a contempt to dread, but apparently that's the rules. I can see him, so I'm going to shoot him with his gun off and actually kill him.
Yep.
Redemptors move central. I've left the captain in combat over there. I've spread out the marines around here just to deny any deep strike back here. Move the ATV over there, so he's got some beads on the contemptor as well. Might be able to get some splash damage here. We'll see. And I've got a Redemptor over there that's just looking at everything juicy in the middle. So we'll see what happens there.
Going for a power punch.
Well, we'll see. They never work. you both know this. Power punches very rarely come off. So I'm going to give myself like 30% success rate of this actually coming off.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I'm hoping if the Redemptors, if I can get some good shots with the Incinerators and don't roll a lot of ones, you know, that's good. Because it's a bike gone, or the Impulsor's on 5 wounds? 6, so you know, 2 shots through there, that's pop that open. Paddy rolls 5 ones, kills all the Blade Guard for me, and that's it. See how it goes.
Woody, but something that's not happened before.
It's happened to someone somewhere, I'm sure.
I lost 4 Blade Guard and Impulsive there.
Oof. Yes, that sounds fun. So, double down on the objectives, both of them. Alright, just to secure them, to make sure I'm still getting those points really. Hold sec on both, which is also important. Engage currently 2. Again, might make a charge over there, we'll see. Be a 9. I don't feel that in shooting. And we'll go from there.
Psychic
Alright.
phase?
Psychic phase, yeah.
We're going to do.
So psychic phase, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do psychic fortress. Obviously, you haven't got any psychics to whatever you, so I'll put my 5 up in one, because that will cover all my units. Needing a 6. Oh, is it gets up to 7? And what I'll do then is I'm gonna I'm gonna be a bastard. I'm gonna smite that little git.
How did I not see that coming?
Smite you, sir.
Right, I hope you fucking peril.
Smite you. Smite. Needing a what?
Double 1. First.
Oh! It was there.
You know what? I'll roll it. It's in it.
It nearly fucking happened.
Ciao.
That would have been fucking brilliant.
Okay, so that's in the psychic phase. Fucking hell. So shooting, so we've got all the altar buttons here. They are not double tapping. That's fine. 5. It's 4s. So I'm on the reroll. So you've got 3 minus 1.
Minus 2.
Minus 2. Do apologise, yeah.
So 1 takes 8. Stick it on.
Sorry, isn't that a 1?
No, they're 6s. Those are 1s. Get rid of it.
Okay, that's good. So what happens now is I'm going to start over here. So we're going to flame into this squad. So bodyguard rule, I only need to kill 1, don't I?
All of them.
All of them.
Right. So what we're going to do is
I'm guessing your 1 wound guy has not got a shield.
Twin scratchies.
So, if he doesn't kill these 3, he addresses and then cannot shoot here. No pressure.
yeah.
Well, they can flame my last cannon on my dreadnought.
Yeah. So we've got 3 heavy pistols. Two.
That's 1.
So, first one. So he dies.
Yes, die.
And then next one. Safe as asses.
Right, so we've got 2 to go. Eradicators are going to shoot the Contemptor.
Always leaving this for suspense.
Okay. Yeah. Extermination protocols. It's probably not that, so I think it's elimination or something. Death, isn't it?
Well, Eradicators,
Eradicate death.
Annihilation, something.
6, 8, 10.
Melty.
10 mounted shots coming in. Rerolling once.
Are you?
Yeah. He's measured.
Some fucking sex you got there, Matt.
Because
Because he was in combat.
you haven't moved him. Right, not rerolling once.
Got Dave Barden's stretch tape measure there.
Something's moved. 3s. We are 2s. Because you're 47,
I
and I'm
need
strength
you.
8, and I'm +1 to wound.
Plus 1 to wound because the Salamander tactical gainus.
And I get to re-roll that. They are -5,
How many?
so they're
7.
all on your in 1, 2,
7.
4, 6,
Yep.
7.
Oh. Okay.
Oh dear. Say one. 66.
Okie dokie.
He's done.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
10,
Still
11,
good.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Still lower.
Oh, that was a tentative dice roll there, buddy.
It was.
It was a drop.
So you kill the vehicle, so that's 0.5 at least.
Okay. Right, so that's threat gone. Over here, what we're going to do is...
Can't shoot the flame now, sure.
No, yeah, I know. But the Frag Storm's definitely in, so we're going to do 2d6 and the... Oh, waste the macroplasm rest on there. Yeah, why not? So everything will go into these two. So we'll do the macroplasm blaster first, so d6 shots. 2. Both hit.
2s.
Both wounds.
These invulns.
4 up.
1 dead.
Oh, it's 2 damage, isn't it?
3.
3.
3 damage. Second.
D6 flame storm, frag storm.
1.
3.
3 whole shots.
1, -1.
Sweet.
Nice. That played off alright. He can't do anything, he can't do anything. He now can't do anything. They're fine, so just over here. So, what we're going to do is we are going to... Shoot through to him? No.
You blind sight.
No, I can't.
He's probably
Unless
too
it's
small.
like a rainbow. Rainbow. Alright, so what we'll do then is we'll put everything. So the flamer and the frag storm, so the flamer's in range. We'll fill in pulsar and look over there. So we'll go everything into the pulsar.
Overcharging?
Yeah, always.
Always.
Always overcharging.
Even against cultists.
Yeah, I know. Shame over there, but never mind. Yeah, so overcharging, so 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Take that one.
Take a mortal.
Yeah.
3.
Salamander reroll.
So,
12 damage.
yep.
Does it explode?
No. Oh.
5 dudes.
Oh!
How many you get? 2.
2 die coming out.
2. Fucking bastard. In the dead pile.
Okay. That's the end of the shooting because I can't shoot him because of that reason guy.
Framer's not in reach of bodyguard.
Hey?
Your dressers.
Oh, is that one bodyguard?
Yeah.
Oh. Right, smidge. So what we're going to do is we're going to try and just charge him with the blade guard. Put him in as well. I don't want to go somewhere else. Blade guard. So he is a 9, is that 10? Really?
Yes.
Get a feet on Khan. He's 4 from this corner, you said.
4 from that corner.
So that's a 9. Maybe a 10. Oh, we'll add it from the corner there. So he's inside 6 there to the corner and 4, so that'd be a 9-inch charge. Yep. And then the attack bikes is probably the closest one actually.
If you touch the ball with it, you'd be within 8.
I think that's 8. Let's go for Khan or the other guy. They're both 9. Khan's going to give me rerolls, isn't he? And +1 to win.
With the gun?
Gotta go for the Khan. The only problem is the central objective is not weird. Probably within 6 inches.
Holding in 6.
Probably within 6. So really, I'm going to go for the other guy. So it's 2 points and I go for the other guy to get in. Has he got an in run? 5 up in combat. He's likely to fall. 20 attack. It's just too many attacks for him to win. Unless you roll like insane. Which is also possible. Second 2. Right, let's go for this. Let's go for this.
Go for that, dude?
Yeah, let's go for
You've
it.
got 9 charge, so you might as well multi-charge with the attack bikes.
Yeah.
Because you'll be in range.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Do you for me?
This is the bit I hate. You know, you feel the pain, don't you? You know the pain. He knows the pain. Well, I'm going to roll 9. I've got my red dice.
That's not a 9.
Splendid.
Classic!
You using the same dice?
It's a 1.
One's going to fail,
So the other
regardless.
one's with the other one.
Regardless, you're failed.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was going to happen, wasn't it? Always does.
Never noticed the days.
Okay, so they can't do anything. There's no other charges.
No?
Because there's there's nothing in range because they advanced. And actually, they're all getting in then, so. Okay. Nothing else to do. Yeah. No morale fee to take.
Lost 2 guys, so no.
Okay. So I get 3 for that and 2 for engage.
And 1 for
2 for oath.
So priority target up to 6.
2 for oath, so I didn't fall back and I killed a vehicle.
2 on oaths and 4 on engage. So then into your turn 3, White Scars.
I'm holding 2.
Yeah, it's for 10
10.
points. Assault Doctrine,
Of course, Super Saiyan.
Tactical Doctrine. Turn 3 next.
So, my movement. Attack bikes come in, so they're within 12 inches of the dread. And out of a bit of line of sight. Blade Guard moved up, put them there just to symbolise where they are on the bottom floor. Then my company vet got a hefty charge around here. The champions come around here. I end up a charge without getting fucking annihilated by Overwatch. Khan is just going to stay where he is for a minute. My Outriders staying where they are. My intercessors have scooched in underneath the building. Brought my bikes on, so they're exactly 12 inches, well, within 12 inches of the dreadnought. But it would mean that he would have to advance his aggressors with a move to try and shoot at my bikes. So I'm hoping that that won't be the case. So yeah, that's my move. Into shooting. So, first thing I'm going to do is the attack bikes. So, motors into Old Dread and 2 of the bolters into the ATV. So, 2 bolters. So, re-rolling the 1s for the Khan. 5s. So, 2 saves, no minus. 2 wounds.
Just a pain in the ass. I'll get some dice later on. Okay.
Then we got 6 melters into the dread. All hit. All 3s as well, look at that.
Nice.
3s to wound. 1 fails, so that's 5 that go straight through. And doing 8.
You got -1.
-1 on all.
Oh yeah, so
5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's dead. Yeah. You block?
does it blow up like that? Are we going to get any explosions?
Ooh, it's all that.
So that's that. Spike's over there. We'll just do everything into the dread, I think. Back to the weapon. So I'll do the melters and the 2 back bike bolters into dread, and then all the other bolters into the intercessors. So let's get rid of the bolters first. So 2 lots of bolters into the intercessors. From, 2 bolters from the back, sorry, into the dreadnought. So 2, 3 miss. 5s. So that's 2. No minus.
6.
Then let's do the melters. So the multi-melter.
4 of you.
Sorry.
It's 4, isn't it?
4 melted shots, yeah, but 2 of them are in half range.
Aye.
Because of the multi-melter. So the multi-melter, 1 hit. And wounds, doing 7 damage.
Good roll.
It was. The 2 melter guns, 1 hit.
And fails to wound.
6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Space Marines!
bolters! Right, let's get rid of them misses.
Three should be misses.
Nah.
Blinded for how white you are.
The other way around.
Ives.
Ives. So we get.
It's not on
2.
intercessors?
No, this is on the dress.
Oh yes, no. The bolters were on the intercessors.
Yeah. He said the back ones at the dread.
Back ones. Were
Everything
on.
else was at intercessors.
So that is 6, 12, 14. No. 13. 13 saves.
4, 6, 8, 9, 10, 13. 3s, yeah?
Yep. 1 dead.
I think that's the end of the shooting. Yacht. Charges.
Were you in charge?
So, first things first would be Company Champion. Spending the CP to do 3d6
1, 2.
onto the Blade Guard.
What do you need?
I think I need an 8 to get in.
Well, it's 9.
A 9.
Inside the wall, so you're going to be more than there.
So I would say a 9.
Yeah. It's not 10. Yeah, it's
No.
not.
I need 9. That's fucking
Oh.
right. That's fucking
I had 2 of those.
I had 2. Right. Blade Guard.
You know, you've done that strat twice now, and it's
I know,
fucked you
both
both.
times it's fucked me, but then it's the only game that it's ever fucked me before it's done really well.
so fucking smacked in He's gonna get Redemptor fisted so fucking bad. Guy is gonna get fisted and then I'm gonna open the fist inside him. That's him.
Just like Ant-Man and Thanos,
It's
yeah?
like an internal perils.
Right, Blade Guard. I I might as well charge both aggressors and the blade guard.
With what?
My blade guard.
Okay. So, I don't know what I need, so I'm just going to roll it and see what happens.
9 inches.
You're in. You're in.
Easy with in pounds, look at that.
So we got blade guard on blade guard.
Whoa. Frisky.
There. There.
Khan, he's going to go in as well, because he's a fucking hero.
10 inches.
Into the aggressors.
Whoa.
Because he's a kin hero. Right. That's
Fucking pigeon.
going to be it, Oh, I forgot to shoot the pigeon!
If he's on the other side of a wall anyway.
Don't need line of sight.
What, you don't need all the sun
Nah,
for pigeon?
Don't need line of
That's
sight.
some pigeon.
Pick a model within 12 inches.
Right, so if you tell me how you're going to split your attacks, then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Ooh, it feels a bit dirty.
So you got all the blade guard. Get into blade guard. Was it 3 against 5?
Well, 4 and a bit. Because he lynched one earlier.
Yeah, I
Clipped him.
lynched
Clipped him.
Looking good. Right, so 2's to hit. No, 3's to hit,
Three's
my
to hit.
apologies. Reroll in the ones, if any, so I got 1 reroll.
Yeah, hit.
Yeah.
And that'll be 2's to wound. Strength 5, it's up to 4. So 3, 6, 9, 10 saves is minus 4.
Minus 4. It's like a melter. Melter sword. We are 4s. Save a few!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there.
Dead.
That's a squad.
That's amazing.
Happy blade guard.
You piling in or consolidating before
So
anything could happen.
piling into the aggressors. Just like that.
Then you interrupted or carrying on?
Do I want to interrupt? 4 aggressors.
17 attacks. Wounded on 2s.
What's his? He's got 4 pinball, has he? How many wounds he got?
6.
6 wounds. I need 6.
Interrupting. Aggressors.
4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. 4. No CPG units up +1 to hit. 4s. 50% of them go through. Come on. That's not 50%.
That is
Oh.
nowhere near 50%. Dude.
That
That's
happens.
pretty shitty.
Yeah, it is. That's really bad. Okay. 2s. Salamander reroll. That is a massive.
Oh, 3.
4. 4 saves to make.
Third one. 2.
2. So 4 damage.
Yeah, it's just 2 each, isn't it?
Can't.
What a shame. There we go. Wow.
Can't change fast.
No.
Oh, 2's hit.
T5.
I'm strength 7 and +1s, so wounded on 2s. And then 4 minus 4,
No
No
save.
save.
and then D3 +1 each. So first one doing dead. 2.
1 relapse.
Second one will kill it.
Yep.
And then one more dead. So it's 3 dead altogether. So like that.
Yep.
And Khan will consolidate into the Selector.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's how we reckon. White scars are punched.
White Scars have
They
certainly
have.
punched back.
They have.
So
Unfortunately, I didn't kill the Khan.
Unlucky there.
That was, yeah. That happens. You know You know my pain right now. So I'm just going to quickly go into my plan.
So
Is there anything to do? I don't think I can fail morale on a 6.
He lost 3, so no, I don't think so.
No.
the pass is on.
Auto pass. Auto pass when you
Don't
don't
need
need
that.
it.
Lost one there, don't need that. That's fine.
Okay, so in the White Scars, you're scoring what points?
So I get 2 for engage.
Up to 8.
Yep, definitely 2 for engage.
Priority target.
Priority for another 3.
To 9.
And no assassination.
Still
Yeah.
4 there. So going into Salamanders, hold 3 objectives and more. Just scored a big 15.
That's all 15.
Still close. Salamanders next. Salamanders.
Right, okay, so CP back, lovely. Command phase, there is none. Because my chapter master is minimal.
That's been all game, right?
He did his bit, he baited his chapter master out. Anyway,
I would call him bait.
so I've moved my infantry up, just moved them so I can get some bolter shots into here. Dread's come up, doesn't like this guy. Alright, so he's aiming in between his eyes, so we'll see how that goes. But I've got options here as well. Move my other Dread up, so he's got options in here. And then Flamer and Fragstorm Grade launcher options into the middle. ATVs come up around, just get a bead on here. They stay put, obviously, because they're just scoring and doing what they need to do. These guys have come in as well, so I've got lots of fire that I can try and chip away these 4-up invuln saves on. And I've got a little strat I can play on Khan here to try and trick him into dying.
Tricks.
Alright, so without further ado, I'm just going to literally do my psychic phase. So I'm going to smite the blade guard because I don't like him.
Yep.
Just kill my blade guard so they can die miserably. And then I'm going to put Might of Heroes onto that Dread
Interesting.
to make sure his fist opens up inside his chapter master. It's his guy. Brutal, isn't it?
Yep.
Like really wanting to die.
Well, he's done his job anyway, Mike.
He has done a very good
He's
job.
certainly
He's-
put the fear of God in it.
He's literally psyched me out of the middle of the board for 2 goes. Because I'm thinking he's some sort of assassin, but actually it turns out he's not. And my dreadnought is going to probably whiff and then die. At which point I'm just going to pack up and leave. Alright, so anyway, yeah, so we've got shooting options everywhere. These bikes obviously are threat, but
Stayed in combat with Khan.
yeah, they're in combat. And then what I'm going to do, hopefully, is I can get to a point where I get maybe a blade guard left. Have you got any CP? No. Maybe a blade guard left where I can make a few charges to actually get possibly like an engage over there as well. We'll see. But I've got a charge with the ATV, so that should pull him enough if I get a good roll.
Interesting. It's close.
We'll see. Okay. Alright. Yeah, so psychic phase. So we're going to.
Smite the blade guard.
Yeah, let's smite.
7.
It's not super smart. It's not.
1.
You bastard, it's only 1. It's alright. It starts. And then what we'll do is, Might of Heroes onto this Dread here. Which doesn't
Fails.
go off. Doesn't go off. Okay. Let's do it on 5 seconds. So shooting wise, so what we're going to do is I'm going to spend my CP on what's called Immolation Protocols, which turns my Flamestorm Aggressor gauntlets into pistol.
Yep.
And I'm going to pistol
God.
2d6. Oh, it's only a 7.
7.
Only is
Your toughness, sir?
Toughness 4, so.
4. So I'm winning. You want 3. You are.
He's doing tactical, doctor.
Oh, I get a reroll. Stop rolling 1.
Yeah, boy!
I don't
Three
get
off.
anything. 1, 2, 3. That is terrible again. You're -1 though.
I know. Oh, he's dead.
Kills Khan.
It's a dead Khan. Khan does his job. Killed some blade guards. Blade guards, some aggressors.
Okay, so what we're going to do then is we're going to put all the bolt fire into the blade guards. So we have, let's see, make sure we are all within 15 yards. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 3s, rerolling 1s. That's good. I think that was
That
one.
was one, yeah.
That was a 1.
Yeah, we got.
That's 1s. And we are winning on 4s.
Yes.
And we have
Not bad.
Salamander reroll.
Not bad.
So 2, 4, 6, 7 at -2. Or 4 actually.
So the 2 on that one, and then 1 on Ormond.
Okay, the Eradicators are going to go in there and have their fun now.
So 5 Eradicators at 1.5 Bodyguard. Yeah.
Yeah, from 3 inches. 3 to be rolling 1s,
Oh.
which is bloody good job. Not rolling very good, yeah.
That two
That
was
was,
that was
that was
yeah.
it, wasn't it? Yeah. Okay. And these are definitely 2s.
Sure.
Salamander reroll.
Salamander reroll,
How many is that?
8.
8.
So saved. 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 The 1 on Ormond is dead.
Fails.
Damage. 4. He's a squeech.
Bodyguard's at 1.
They are.
And the centres opening up.
Revenge. Revenge! Okay, I've got my guy there in the middle, so that's cool. So then we've just got the ATV over there, so he's going to Meltar,
Some attack bikes.
melt out and then shoot a bolt of fire. So we've got 2 melters going in.
Yep.
3s. 2 hits.
2
wounds.
So
2 or
2
2.
go for it.
So it's
1 at a time.
D6 plus.
So the first one dies, and the second one dies.
We've got the bolt of fire going into the last one. Auto bolt is just
Shoots
-1 and
yeah.
tactical, aren't they?
Yeah.
So I use my Salamander reroll here.
3.
3? 2, yes, T5.
Save.
Oh,
no,
yeah,
one.
-1. So 3.
How many's got left?
3.
3 wounds left. Okay. And then we've got all this junk going on here. So we're going to flame him.
Yes.
Fragstorm grenade launcher over here.
Yes.
Macroplasm charger. Macro incinerator. Overcharging over here.
Yep.
So the incinerator first. D6 shots.
Minimum 3.
Yes, we need 3.
4s. In it. 3s.
Reroll. 2s.
I because you're.
Yeah, that's it, 9. No, so yeah, it'll be 3.
Press
So
roll.
we'll do 3, so it's 3.
3 at
Minus.
Jeff.
Yeah.
No, take these 3. The closest one.
No.
Paddy, come on.
I've got Dreadnoughts to pull. So 1, 2.
And then the Fragstorm is there as well, so it's 2d6. So it's
6 shots.
6, isn't it? And 5s.
Nothing.
No reroll, nothing. And then the Flamer, d6. 4. So we are winning on 2s from strength 5, plus 1 to wounds. So it's 3. And then -3.
3 damage.
Minus 3. Minus 1.
Plus 1.
Plus 1.
So -2, sorry, it would be. Did they still go for it?
Still 1.
Oh. And then over here, all we've got is the macroplasm over the incinerator overcharging into here.
Yep.
So the 5. We're rolling 1s here. Miss. And 3s. Oh, that's another whiff. Just the one.
You don't get +1 to wound still.
Not on the
no?
plasmas.
No, but I'm.
Oh, it's
not
melted,
straight
I think,
line,
right,
yeah.
Death bites 4 wounds.
Oh right, okay, yeah, that's one. So then the bolters are going to go in here.
Yes.
Threes. Fives. Salamander reroll. Not one here. Two. -2.
That's two.
Oh, I needed one of those. I needed one of those. That's cheeky. And that's it.
For shooting.
Shoot.
So you need 10.
Yeah.
For your objective.
Will. That was part of my dreadnought. Which I might not need to charge it yet, so we'll see. Anyway, ATB is going to go into the attack point.
Yep.
Figure out what we need in a minute, shall we? Read that.
6 will probably get in. So 3 to there, 3 in. Yep.
Let me just because of the gauge might be a thing here.
So if you go in but not touch. So yeah, like not touch there, and then when you notice you
Can't pile in.
quite long and try to jab your crutch. Now you've got the ult to get gauge. You have to fully be within.
Unless I kill him. And then I can console. Oh no, because you got a guy here, so I won't
Right
need him.
in
Oh, as if it was fated that he was there. Alright,
One company vet's doing it, is he?
Yeah, boy. Love and life.
Dread's gonna go in here.
Yep.
I haven't thought about not making the charge.
6 inches. He's a.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm gonna get that anyway. Don't really see beatings. So. Okay, so I'm gonna come in here. So they're gonna stay where they are. We'll dump him. 5 attacks.
Is someone with dread?
Aren't you bracketed to 4 hits?
His attacks don't down dread.
No. So
No.
hitting on 4s.
Oh, hitting on 4s, yeah.
So you'll be hitting on 5s. Well, chapter champion is -1 to hit in combat.
Told you, you sure you watched that there?
He's got 1 wound.
Hit on 5s.
Oh,
Oh, I get 1. I get 1.
1 hit.
Anything other than a 1.
Salamander reroll.
Reroll. It's gone through.
1 save,
It's minus
3.
4. Yeah, you need a 6.
5 up the top.
Oh,
Come on, Slade! Damn it!
fails. No CP.
D3 plus
Damn it,
3.
you Slade!
Well, I tried to let him live. To be fair, I tried to let him
Oh.
live. That was funny. And then I got a 3-inch.
Consolidate.
Something like that.
Shouldn't be holding with
And then the ATV. The ATV's got quite a few attacks, I think. I think it's got 6.
it. 4 attacks each, 5 on the charge.
ATV? Are they? That's pretty good.
The amount.
Because I thought it was disgustingly
Pretty sure,
high. Yeah, 4 attacks on the charge. Has he got any wounds off?
Got 3 wounds left.
Alright, hitting on 3s.
Bad.
Salamander reroll.
Reroll.
Nothing.
My touch back then.
Yeah.
Bonus. And 1 -1, 2 damage.
Ignore minus 1, but it goes through anyway.
2 damage.
Okay, so end of turn.
Yeah.
So what are you scoring?
So I've got 2 for the centre. I didn't fall back.
You hold it within 6 of this.
Yeah, because he's on the objective. So We have to
Oh.
because the objective's only 3. So it's 2
And
for
you
that.
killed a character.
And I killed
You
the
did, yeah.
character.
So you
yeah,
got
I
6.
4 for heroics.
Yeah, up to 6 on each.
Engage, I've got 2.
Up to 6 on engage.
And primary, I've got.
Yeah,
priority targets.
so up to 9 on priority target. So then getting into White Scars, holding 1 objective.
One.
Or 5.
Contesting. Yeah, but yeah.
Okay. So 5 points, and both in Assault Doctrine now.
Yeah.
White Scars.
Okay, so my movement. Attack bike is fallen back from combat. My maybe charging back in a minute, don't you worry. My company vet is moving advance over to here. So next to the librarian.
Yep.
These guys are shuffled round, so they are just within 24 of this dude. These guys are moved around here. Those guys moved in advance, and I paid the CP to allow them to shoot. And the melters are all within 12. So let's go in with some shooting. So we're going to shoot everything and the crack grenade into this little mullet trucker. So 2, 3, 4.
Is the grenade
5.
launcher 24 or 18?
30.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dang it, I've never used one.
And you can shoot it with the actual gun itself as well, because it's an assault weapon now. So 3-ness. That's good. 5s. 2, 4 saves. No AP.
6.
And then the grenade hits. No wounds. Yeah. The Outriders.
Mini shots.
Everything into this dude. So 1, 2, 3, double 2.
There you go. 5s.
1, 2, 3 at -1.
So ignore. So 3s. Takes 2.
2.
And 4.
Idiot. Dreadnought.
Then the bike's over there.
Yep.
All the melters into the dread.
Yep. Who's that? What's the matter?
I'll put the bolters into the dread as well. Just fucking
Everything's
everything.
going in,
Yeah,
yeah?
yeah.
Okay.
So 1, 2,
You want to do the melts first or you going to do the bolts first?
4, 5.
It's going to roll bad on the router. That's why he's doing rolls first.
Oh, he's cycling himself out, isn't he? He's cycling himself out.
I'd like to roll that again, please, on the wounds. That'd be very nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 saves.
18.
Nice.
Takes
A
one.
Takes 1.
Feel no pain.
So 2 metal guns. 2 hit. 1 wound. Nice.
Straight through. On a Psychic Fortress.
No, I didn't cast it.
D6 for 5, down to 4.
4, so 4 for no pains.
4.
4 goes down to.
8.
He's down to 8.
Go on, you little bastard, Molly Murder. Do some stuff. So it's 2 hit. Damn it!
1.
That's 1.
Straight through.
3 damage. 3 damage.
3.
Takes 2. And 6. Bracketed.
Okay. So the attack bite will charge the ATV.
Is that the end of shooting? Yeah.
That's the end of shooting. I don't think I've got any more shooting.
Okay.
I haven't. So yeah, ATV. He's in. That
Yeah.
into Lizzie.
Needs a one.
He's in.
Do you want to just put him up?
Yeah, go for it. The
bikes into the Outriders into the 4 dukes there on the objective. They're in. And then let's go for the really long charge. Probably like 10 or a 9 or something. I need an 8.
You definitely need a 9.
Cool. So, now where you can't interrupt, so we'll go here first.
Okay. So, attack bike on new attack bike.
Yeah.
Basically. Oh, it's
2
decent.
wounds at -1.
First one.
Another 2.
2 wrong.
Company vet. So ready. -2, 2 damage.
Takes 2.
1, 2.
Librarian's 5 wounds or 6? Primaris
5.
5. 3 levels.
Right, charge.
Outriders.
3 charges.
Many attacks in it.
Cheers. 1, 2, 3, fucking 4. -2. 2 damage each. 2.
3. So I lose 1, yeah? Okay, so Libby...
That should have happened.
That really shouldn't have happened. Vanderbar.
So Libby, we'll just go back to the Libby first. So 5 attacks. 3s, good hit. T.
Strength +1, I think, on the sword.
Yeah. 4 sword, yeah, +1, -3.
Yeah.
So much 4.
So you can
-4.
just D3, isn't it? It's worth it though.
Okay.
So,
Morpheus takes the vet down. What's next?
We'll just do the instances here. Okay. Fives.
2. Minus 1.
2. Salamander reroll. No, just 2.
1 wound. And your buggy.
Yeah, so I get. It's charged, so I get
5.
6.
Nice. Nothing.
Reroll. No,
Nothing.
You can't do nothing like that.
cool.
Okay. So end of turn.
Was.
So scoring.
Scoring, I get 2 on engage,
So up to 10.
another 3 on priority.
Up to 12.
No assassinate.
Okay. So on 4 there. Going into Salamanders, turn 4. Scoring.
1,
3.
2, 3 again.
So 15 points again. Salamanders next. Salamanders.
Okay, so I've just moved, I've fallen back the ATV over there to give me an engage point. I've moved the dread around here to get a bead on these guys on the objective. The aggressor has moved up, but he's basically on the ground floor, yeah, thank you. Morpheus is staying, he's just chilling on the objective in here. He's got a line of sight on these guys here. El Capitano, he's moved up. Dread's moved up what he can, Eradicators have moved up. I've kept the Marines stationary so they can double tap, and I've fallen back with this unit here, just so I've got kind of things to shoot at.
Okay.
And that's the end of that. Psychic phase is just going to be a smite into here, and then a Might of Heroes onto the captain actually. So smite first.
Else?
So I'll do Might of Heroes onto my captain. That goes off. Oh, so he's got many attacks now, which is nice. So we'll start with their dreads. So we'll flame, fragstorm, and overcharge into those. So Flamer, 6. 6, so I'm not in tactical anymore, so I'm going to give bonuses. So I will use... I will use the Salamander reroll here actually.
One done.
2 dead. Next door. 7. 7. And 4 falls. I'll see my own next one. 2 shots, so that go 2 hits.
2 dead.
2 dead. And over here, so we're hitting on 4s as well here, but rerolling ones. So I'm going to use the Eradicators into this squad first.
Yep.
No, actually I won't, because you've got 1 on 1 move, so I'll use the Bolt 5 first.
Cool.
These guys here, 10. 3s, we run 1s.
All hits.
And 5s. 1. Salamander reroll. 1. Typical. Captain fire his melter into those. So 2 wounds. On a 2.
Kills you, pet bike.
Wounding on 3s, no?
Melter.
Yeah. Strength 8.
Alright, Salamander reroll.
Yeah.
Okay, then we've got the Flamer, Fragstorm, and the Macro. These have got 4 wounds each, haven't they?
Yeah.
Outriders? Yeah. So we'll. Whoa, what's to do? We'll flame into these guys. We will. Put everything else in here. Cool, so we'll flame that. So D6 flame shots. 2. Nothing. And then Slack Storm. 12. We'll do 12. 12. 4s.
Roll 1.
Yeah, we roll 1. Ice.
2.
2. Okay.
Take 1 wound.
That's on the bikes.
Well, that's on this one, yeah. And then the macro. Going to charge in 3. 4s. 1.
Wounds. Kills 1.
Okay, the Eradicators. Actually, the Eradicators are all going to go to here. To the sword. So 3s, 3 on 1s. And then we're not +1 to wound now, but you're 5, so with 3s. Salamander reroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
8.
8.
Much 4.
So, do you want to roll them?
Yeah.
And he kills janky shit, man.
Kills the first one.
1 second.
Kills the second one, and the rest does more and more.
Yeah.
It's Outriders.
No, sorry, that was the Outriders.
Oh, the Outriders.
Yeah,
Ah.
sorry, yeah.
It still kills them.
Yeah, it still kills them. Okay. What issue with bikes?
The aggressor, 2d6 into the attack pipe. Yep. 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5s. With Salamander reroll. So we've got 1, 2, 3.
Also,
Yep. Nice. That is everything shut. Cool. Charges. So the aggressor's going to go into the bike. If he makes it.
he does.
He does, yeah. I'll try 12 inch.
12-inch charge.
Probably is.
Yeah, you're just within.
Get a 12!
See here.
You ever done that? You ever made a 12-inch charge?
Yeah.
I've never made one.
See here.
Okay, no, fuck that.
See here.
Dread's going in here.
Pussy.
Dread's going in here. No, I need my CP for this.
Just saying.
And the captain's going in as well.
Oh
yeah.
50-50. Captain's going in as well.
Yeah.
Not that charge.
No, he's not. We're going to try again.
He's got a double one.
No.
It's even worse.
That's just the same still.
But as long as he's still there, which is so anyway, 5 attacks, and then the dread, hit the forwards, 3 on him.
6 attacks. My heroes.
Oh yeah, my heroes. Don't forget that. So 3 miss so far.
You rolled
3
1.
hit, 3 miss. We rolled 1. So it's 2. So
3 dead. So minus 4.
What's the root of Thunder Hammer?
This is where he kills a dread and kills your captain.
Yeah, then he explodes and the chain is dead, and then kills everything. D6 damage on them, so it's fucking lethal. Aggressor over there.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
4 attacks. 4s.
2 hit. Face.
Salamander remote.
1 minus 4.
Minus 4.
2 damage.
Oh, 6 points there.
He's down to 1. Down to 1.
Attacks back.
Sergeant. That's not what you want.
That's not what we wanted.
1.
Attack bite. Oh, I was charged. All hit. Nope. Oh, 1. At minus 1, but you ignore that. 2 damage.
Okay. So that's
Morale
the
is-
morale over here.
Morale, fine. Morale, not fine, I don't think. I lost
So leadership 8.
5, so no.
So points for you.
So I get 2 for oaths there. Didn't kill a vehicle, and I fell back.
So
Just
just
kill a character.
so to 8 on those.
I've got 3 for over there, and I've got 3 for engage.
So up to 9 on engage and up to 12 on priority. So then going into your white scars the last turn, still scoring 5.
5.
Yep.
Oh, you got morale to take, haven't you? Oh, you really?
Failed with both. So last turn next.
So, he's staying where he is. My attack bike fell back round to here, spending a point to allow him to shoot. So, everything into the Libby. Because I don't need to put anything else, I need fucking assassinate points. So, bolters. So, 2 at no AP.
Takes a wound. No pain. Nope, takes a wound.
Right, that is 1 hit.
2. So...
Oh!
Oh,
What a bastard.
Is that
that was a 1.
Fucking 1. Right, charge the Libby. So he's in on 6. And
Dum dum dum. Dum.
3s. And 4s. 1. It's not enough to kill him.
AP?
80 minus 1, but you ignore it. Don't matter. So that's my turn.
So fight back my living.
Yeah. Kill him, I expect. You don't get to reroll the ones. He's not
Oh, he's a character. Yeah, sorry. Someone on the reroll.
Yeah, he's dead. Minus 4. That's him. So that's under mine. And then yours, you're holding 3, so you max out. Without killing anything or moving, you get 15 on the primary, maxing that out.
Primary gets maxed at so 5 there, so 45.
You max out priority targets. You get 3 points for oaths,
3 of throws.
So 11.
and you'll get
Three.
3 for engage.
So he's a 15 party, 11 knights, 12 on engage to give a final score of 38, 48, 93. So that's final scores.
Okay.
93 to Salamanders, 69 to White Scars. So come back to the end game chat. Okay, so that's game 1 done about Bugle, and it's victory to the Salamanders.
It is indeed.
So I'm going to leave it for these guys to talk about their game, give their thoughts and opinions on each other, and hopefully wish yourself best.
Yes. So, for me, there's a lot to learn for me for Salamanders, like the cheeky Overwatch strat. That could have gone horrible. Plus, as well, I didn't charge when normally I would, if you know what I mean. Like normally, like you'd be peppered with charges every single turn, even in that blob, and I knew that I was going to lose squads maybe in combat on the next turn. I would have still thrown units at there, so then my other units kicking about would have been able to get me all the points. But because you had that Overwatch, then I didn't see the point in throwing a unit at the Overwatch to get it completely annihilated without actually doing anything. Because that's the thing, that against you, like against any other Space Marine player, I could have gone, right, okay, I'll sack one of these bikes over, kill the unit, I get the engage point, and then your turn you kill that squad of bikes. And that's how I would have gone through it. But but I couldn't do that because it would have meant I just move a unit over, shoot a unit, maybe kill it, maybe not. But then I didn't want to charge because then I get Overwatched. So it's a very, 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 very good strat. The other thing as well is just ignoring the -1. It was a pain in the ass.
You like that mine, don't you?
Ignoring -1 is horrible, especially with like firstborn stuff, like with the bikes. Literally not being able.
It should
to
be
do
-1
anything.
off of every AP, by the way. You did agree with that?
Yeah, I would go as far as saying that. I mean, for firstborn stuff against Salamanders, they really struggle, especially like the bikes, because like the Chainswords are only -1, their bolters aren't even -1, you know, and it's they really struggle with.
Yeah.
Your thoughts on the scars?
I was shit scared of the scars. Having not played, I think actually, speaking to Paddy now, it seems like we were both playing quite cagey. We had some really good, I mean, there was chapter master on chapter master within seconds.
Yeah, one.
I did put him out there expecting it, but I wanted to try and see what I was dealing with as quickly as possible, to kind of like just get myself to relax into the game, because you know there's a lot of really nasty janky shit in the game at the minute. And I've got I've got 3 hours of game experience against White Scars, so that's it. And so the way that we're hitting in 3, I mean, those 3 blade guards just went through my 5, like they weren't even there.
When they're backed up by Khan, blade guarder.
Yeah, it was lethal.
This is why, like, you'll see Blood Angels players like running between 2 to 3 squads of blade guard.
Yeah.
Just because they get the +1 to wound naturally, and with all their crazy buffs to put them into the Assault Doctrine as well, they're really, really good. The only reason why it kind of bumps the White Scars ones up even more is the +1 damage in the Assault Doctrine.
Yeah,
3 damage each is damn.
Yeah, I mean the brutal, like when you were hitting me, it was like it was -4. I mean, I was giggling because it was just like it was like being hit by a las cannon in the face every time. It's just brutal. You can't save. Yeah, you can't save anything. You can't. You know, unless you got an invuln, you're toast.
Yeah.
So, but you know, I think it was a really nice game. Lovely to see. Great mobility in the list. I think we had the reserve squad stuff. I think I had the advantage there because we both. Well, I dropped turn 2.
Yeah.
But I managed to screen out a lot of the board. Yeah. So Paddy ended up you ended up putting your bikes in kind of a no man's land.
I didn't want to bring them on turn 2 only because the position where I wanted. I didn't realise you had a second squad of intercessors behind that building in the far corner. I was like, balls, he's got them there, I can't drop in my dudes, because I was hoping like just be able to literally put them.
That's all my time
Along
as
the
a
back
chaos
corner.
player, that is.
Yeah, so it's like,
you get used to things dropping on you.
so I was just like, well, now I can't bring them on where I want. Well, they're just going to have to sit and wait until next turn, and I didn't expect you to bring them on where you did. I thought you were going to bring them onto your backfield to kind of support more.
Yeah, I went quite aggressive with them, didn't I?
Yeah, like, because...
But the thing is, by doing that, actually, it took the attention off the centre field.
Well, the reason why I thought you were going to bring them in more into your deployment zone was then to free up your aggressors and your blade guard and your eradicators, so they weren't sat in your deployment zone the whole game. They could have moved up onto the middle, so you could start claiming oaths.
Yeah.
Like fully securing the objective in no man's land. That's what I thought you were going to do.
To be fair, that objective there probably won me the game. That
would
got me quite a lot of points on 2 turns. That one objective there, because everything was this side. It was all like you always get in a game. There's always a swing. But really, we had a bit of no man's land over there.
We did, yeah.
And you had those outriders, and I was worried, but you were scoring engage on them well.
That's the only reason why I kept them there. Was the fact that they just get me engaged. As soon as I saw that dreadnought popped up, I was like, I really hope that he doesn't decide to go for them, because it would just knock out my engage.
To be fair, I thought you played the 2 hours in the centre gave me a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just not experienced enough as a player to know the jank around it too much. Whereas I thought you used the buildings really, really well. And I think actually, because it was so cat and mouse in the middle there, it allowed me, because I had my eradicators behind at a good angle, it just kept you out, and that allowed me to flank with my redemptors, which then gave you targets, but also gave you problems as well, because obviously they're coming in and hitting. Yeah. I didn't blow myself up tonight with my incinerators. That was quite nice. I didn't necessarily hit very well, but I you know what, like, at the end of the day, we both scored relatively well there. I would say, like, assassinate, I was lucky because my Libby survived a few. Yeah.
It survived a few pokes.
But you got your 4 points. You got blood hungry.
I did
straight away.
So I think the turning point in the game was my turn 3, where I failed my charge for my chapter champ. Because if that had happened, you wouldn't have had your eradicators, and then I wouldn't have cared about your Overwatch. Yeah. Because what are you going to shoot me with? Are you going to shoot me with
Flamestone aggressors, dude?
They weren't there. They had already been eyed up by Khan and Blade.
They had been marked for death.
So that would have taken your teeth away, because I could have just ignored your dreads. I could have just like a kite round the buildings. Yeah. But because the eradicators were there,
it was a 3d6 charge as well, wasn't it?
It was a 3d6 charge. Picking the 2 highest, and I rolled 2 1s and a 2.
Don't emphasise on that roll when the video comes out.
I think that for me was the turning point, was the fact that I failed that charge, because if I hadn't, then the eradicators would have died, because
he would have just moved.
I got a bunch of attacks at strength 7, -4 and flat 4.
So it would have killed him. Killed each one that had gone through, for sure. So, -4 was it?
-4.
I would have tanked it on Feel No Pains, pal.
You reckon?
You reckon? No. Not even Martin can roll 6s that good. Yeah.
If it's Feel No Pain 4 up, I reckon it'd be right.
Yeah.
So,
is that Chukari, you think, is it?
No, that's what happened at the LGT, is Martin just passes 4-ups on his shields forever. So now Martin is no longer called Martin, he's called Captain 4-up.
Captain 4-up. I like that, Captain 4-up.
Always on top.
Always something.
But you know, I'm happy. I thought the rolling was pretty even across the table. I didn't think there was any. I think we both had
some good rolls. You had some good rolls.
Yeah, we
had some shitty rolls.
Yeah.
I had some shitty rolls.
Jesus Christ! What was it? Was it my what was it that completely whiffed in combat? Was it the aggressors?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
only getting
like 20
2 through the cart,
hits and like 3 going through.
Yeah.
And then I only wounded with one. Oh, two. I wounded with two.
Two, yeah.
Which you let go through as well, didn't you?
Yeah, they both ran through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was nice. Thanks for that.
You still should Overwatch.
Yeah, so actually, I got the charge going on. I could have done my 2 CP strat for Born Protectors to just nuke the charges, but I didn't tell Paddy before, and he committed the chapter master, so I didn't do it. And then there was another.
People need to be nice.
Well, I think you've got to be fair, haven't you? You know, if you don't know about
He's a
strats,
fair player.
what was the other one? There was another one I didn't play.
Try and get it back up.
Yeah, you were.
Actually, that's a good one. We could do with an answer on that. Really,
Yeah,
it'd be
that'd be
interesting
ideal.
to see if anybody's got an answer for that about whether you score your assassinate points
Twice.
So if you kill a character and then he uses the strat to get back up,
Mm.
and essentially then you could kill him again, would you get more points for that?
Yeah.
Because technically, there's an argument both ways, I guess.
Yes.
But yeah, really, really nice to finally play against Paddy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm
We've been
new
chatting
here,
quite. We've been chatting quite a bit to and fro in on the group chats and stuff. So
yeah, it's good.
Funny, nice to put face to the name.
Salamanders.
Yeah, yeah. Because at the minute it's just a
Salamander.
person with a salamander helmet on.
Salamander.
Up until today, that's all I've known
That's
him as.
it.
So
But yeah, thanks Martin for hosting us.
yeah.
I'll jump back in now.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, you got back, but
So obviously, you've won.
Yep.
So that means you're going to go on to face either Robbie with Sisters or Ben with Vultures. Whoever comes out of those two.
Okay.
And then after that, it'll be into the final for you.
I think I owe Robbie one, don't I?
Essentially.
Mm.
So yeah, good luck for your next round, I'll say.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah,
you.
good
Thank you very
luck.
much. Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah, that's about it for this one.
Yeah.
So make sure you stay tuned for the rest of the Bugle Battle of Bugle seasons. Games. We've got 3 more games of round 1 to go, and then all winners will be going against each other. Stay tuned on Instagram and stuff like this for all the updates and posts
Do the follows and the likes and the comments and the stuff.
and
Yeah.
all that. And make sure you check out Paddy's White Scars on Khan. Since he's now cracking on with him about time.
Nice.
Nits has disappeared, so yeah.
Well,
We just
they're hiding away in
They
the
do what
shadow
they
of the
do.
wall,
They do what
waiting,
they do.
waiting for
They're
their
hiding in
time
plain
to pass.
sight.
So,
Soon as Space Wolves beat him, they're gone, see? Until next week, or next time, cheers.
cheers and
and goodbye.
gold.
Thank you.